Braaap motorcycles, the Australian bike brand that refused to follow the rules. Have you ever wondered why Australia, a country famous for its endless highways, rugged outback, and passionate riders, has so few homegrown motorcycle brands? For decades, Australian riders looked to Japan, Europe, and America whenever they wanted a new motorcycle. But then, something unexpected happened. A small Australian company decided it was time to challenge the giants. Most people laughed. Some said it would never survive. Others believed Australia simply couldn't build a motorcycle brand capable of competing in a global market. But what happened next shocked thousands of riders. Today, we're uncovering the incredible story of Braaap motorcycles, a brand born in Australia with one mission: to make motorcycling exciting, affordable, and proudly Australian. But here's the question that we'll answer by the end of this video. Can Braaap really become Australia's greatest motorcycle success story, or is it destined to remain an underdog forever? Let's find out.
Australia has always been a country built for adventure. From the sweeping bends of the Great Ocean Road to the dusty tracks of the outback, motorcycles have always been part of Australian culture. Yet for years, riders had very few Australian-made options. The market was dominated by Japanese engineering, European performance, and American cruisers. Then came a young Australian entrepreneur with a bold dream. Instead of accepting that Australia would always depend on overseas motorcycle companies, he imagined creating a brand that Australian riders could proudly call their own. That dream became Braaap Motorcycles. The company started in Tasmania with a clear vision: build motorcycles that were fun, practical, affordable, and accessible to everyday riders. Unlike many manufacturers chasing extreme horsepower or luxury pricing, Braaap focused on something different: freedom. The belief that anyone should be able to experience the thrill of riding without spending a fortune. At first, the journey wasn't easy. Building a motorcycle company from the ground up requires enormous determination. There were financial challenges, manufacturing hurdles, fierce competition from global brands, and constant doubts from critics. Many believed the company wouldn't last. But every challenge pushed the team to improve. Instead of giving up, Braaap kept developing new motorcycles, expanding its dealer network, and building a loyal riding community across Australia. Slowly, something remarkable happened. People stopped asking, "What is Braaap?" They started asking, "Have you ridden one yet?" That single question changed everything. The brand became known not only for its motorcycles, but also for creating an enthusiastic community of riders who valued fun, simplicity, and adventure over prestige. And that's exactly what made Braaap different. It wasn't trying to copy Japan. It wasn't trying to imitate Europe. It wanted to create its own Australian identity. But creating a motorcycle is only half the battle. The real challenge is convincing riders to trust it. So how did Braaap begin earning that trust? And what makes its motorcycles different from the world's biggest manufacturers? The answers become even more surprising in the next part. The answer lies in Braap's philosophy. Instead of chasing outrageous horsepower figures, the company focused on building motorcycles that riders could genuinely enjoy every single day. Whether you're commuting through city traffic, exploring winding coastal roads, or taking a relaxed weekend ride, Braaap wanted every kilometer to feel exciting rather than intimidating. Over the years, the brand introduced a range of motorcycles, from learner-friendly street bikes to motocross and pit bikes. Many of its models were designed to be lightweight, approachable, and affordable, making them attractive to new riders while still delivering enough fun for experienced motorcyclists. One of the biggest strengths of Braaap has always been its focus on value. Buying a motorcycle isn't just about the purchase price. Riders also think about servicing, fuel economy, spare parts, reliability, and long-term ownership costs. Braaap built its reputation by offering motorcycles that are economical to own while keeping the riding experience enjoyable. Of course, the road hasn't always been smooth. Like many growing motorcycle companies, Braaap has faced financial challenges, changing market conditions, and increasing competition from well-established international brands. Every obstacle tested the company's determination. Yet, despite those setbacks, the brand continued to fight for its place in Australia's motorcycle industry. And perhaps that's what makes Braap's story so fascinating. It's not simply about motorcycles. It's about persistence. It's about believing that an Australian company can stand alongside some of the biggest names in motorcycling.
Today's riders also expect modern technology. Depending on the model, Braaap motorcycles may include features such as fuel injection, digital instrument displays, LED lighting, front and rear disc brakes, lightweight frames, comfortable ergonomics, and beginner-friendly handling. Rather than overwhelming riders with unnecessary complexity, the focus remains on practical features that improve everyday riding. When it comes to performance, Braaap motorcycles aren't designed to break world speed records. Instead, they're built to put a smile on your face. Their lightweight construction makes them agile through corners, easy to control in traffic, and confidence-inspiring for riders who are still developing their skills. And that's something many riders value far more than pure speed. Australia's riding environment is unique. From busy cities like Melbourne and Sydney to the open highways of Queensland and the rugged landscapes of Tasmania, motorcycles need to cope with a wide variety of conditions. Braaap has always aimed to build machines suited to those everyday Australian roads and riding styles.
But here's something many people don't realize. Success isn't measured only by sales figures. Sometimes it's measured by inspiration. Braaap proved that an Australian motorcycle brand could capture attention, build a loyal community, and encourage more people to start riding. That achievement alone has earned the company a special place in Australia's motorcycling story. So, is Braaap perfect? No motorcycle is. Some riders will always prefer the refinement of Japanese engineering, the premium feel of European machines, or the heritage of American cruisers. But Braaap was never trying to be a copy of anyone else. It wanted to create something proudly Australian. And in many ways, it succeeded. Its story reminds us that great ideas don't always come from the biggest companies. Sometimes they begin in a small workshop with a bold vision and the courage to challenge the impossible. So now it's your turn to decide. If Australia had the chance to build one motorcycle brand capable of competing with the world's biggest manufacturers, do you believe Braaap could become that brand? Or is there another Australian motorcycle company that deserves the crown? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.